Hello, I'm Carter Threlkeld, and welcome to Introduction to Worship. Let's begin today's lesson. Today we are going to look at one of the three basic elements of music. I think it's interesting that God created things in groups of threes. We have in the beginning, God made time, space, and matter. And time has three elements: past, present, and future. Space is measured in length, width, and height. There are three primary colors from which we can make all the other colors. Man is body, soul, and spirit. And there are three building blocks of music. They are melody, harmony, and rhythm. All the music that has ever been sung or written, all the songs and symphonies that have ever been played, it's all come from just these three basic elements: melody, harmony, and rhythm. Today we're going to study melody. And, we're going to look at the rules of music. And a famous music instructor named Madame Boulanger from Paris said this: to study music, we must learn the rules. And to create music, we must forget them. So let's go ahead and learn some rules and then forget them. The first thing I want us to learn are 5 terms: a musical line, which is a tune, a musical phrase, a musical theme, a motif, and an interval. So the melody of a song is called its line. And that tells the story and conveys the emotion and the character of a piece of music. It's very similar to the process of writing a sentence and then connecting sentences together to make paragraphs. So I want you to play this link, and then I just want you to doodle some line of the melodic line of this song. And as it goes up, you go up. As it goes down, you go down. And it's always going forward in time. Now, melodic lines have 3 basic directions. They can ascend, they can descend, or they can stay the same by repeating the same note. They can move by steps, or they can move by leaps. When we connect lines together, we get phrases. In music, a phrase is a short musical idea with a sense of forward motion and resolution, often ending with a cadence, like a sentence. In this phrase you see before you, "My country, 'tis of thee," we'll see a lot of things like moving by step, and then repetition, and the line goes walking up, and then it skips up, and then descends. Now, the last note of a melody is usually considered the tonic or the home key. And that gives your melody a nice finished resolution. You could leave it open-ended like a question. But that doesn't sound very resolved, does it? So we want to end it. So that's a phrase. A theme is a longer, more substantial musical idea that serves as a central and recurring element within a piece. It often contains multiple phrases. Think of a theme as a main musical argument, while the phrases are the building blocks that make up that argument. This is a theme by Tchaikovsky from his ballet Swan Lake. And you can see as you listen to some of this of how he develops that theme and uses it over and over in this piece. A motif is a short musical idea, either melodic or rhythmic, that occurs throughout a piece, often serving as a building block for larger musical structures. It's a unifying element that composers use to connect, to bring a connection in your brain. This is probably the most famous motif ever by Ludwig van Beethoven in his Symphony No. 5. The next term we want to look at is the term interval. In music, the distance between two notes is measured by the number of tones and semitones between them. That's called an interval. The interval, the two tones can be played at the same time or following one another. So here's an interval of, that's a whole step. That's a major third. And you could also play those. It's still a whole step interval. And there's a third interval. Okay. So when you go up one note at a time, remember, that's called a step. And when you go skipping, those are skips, and that's a leap. And every interval, as you can hear, has a feeling to it. This is the fifth, and it's what we call a heroic interval. This is a sixth, and it's a sweet, pleasing interval. Here's a minor third, which is a moody interval, a sadder interval. All right. So there's a big skip followed by steps. Right down the scale. So we combine those elements in making our melody. Now we're going to talk about some melodic devices. And these are things that we can use when we're composing a melody. As you saw in My Country 'Tis of Thee, there was a little bit of a echo, a repetition. And so repetition is the most common device used. And I want you to listen to a bit of this clip. And then you repeat that. Not exactly the same, and then you repeat it. So that this phrase we repeated it and changed it just slightly. But we still had the same rhythm and the same steps. Next is call and response. And of course, this is a very common technique used. One of the Psalms is written in this form where it says, "Give thanks to the Lord, for he is good," and the congregation would shout, "His love endures forever." And "Give thanks to the God of gods, his love endures forever." So there was a call from the priest and a response from the audience, from the congregation. And then another melodic device is what's called trading fours, where you would have a call, and this is usually improvisational, for 4 bars, 4 measures, and then there would be an echo to that, and I'll let you listen to that as well. And remember, when we end our melody, we want to end it on the tonic, or back to the home key. So let me review what we've talked about today. We've talked about the terms, the melodic line, and the lines ascend, repeat, or descend. We talked about phrases, where we combine lines. A theme is a longer developed line. A motif is a short fragment of a melodic line. Intervals are the distance between the pitches, measured by half steps and whole steps. And then the 3 melodic devices we looked at were repetition, question and answer, and or call and response, and trading fours. So now for your assignment, dun, 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 I want you to make up a song. You can use any verse you like. I've given a couple ideas here, but any of your favorite verses, some verse you are maybe trying to remember, a great way to remember is to put it to music. And record this, your little song on your phone, on your voice memo, or you can send it to me as a video, however you want to do it, and send it to me at cthrelkeld@mabts.edu. Don't worry, I'm not going to post your song on any social media. Now, you may want to do that, and if you do, that's fine. But just have a good time with it, and who knows, maybe you'll come up with the next great hit. All right, God bless you, and we will see you tomorrow when we're going to talk about harmony. Well, that's the end of our lesson today. I hope it was a blessing to you.